Happy Sunday evening, everybody. I'm not sure what day you're watching this, but right now, as I'm recording this, it's a beautiful Sunday evening. Had to go out for a ride. Usually, if it's above 60 degrees, I'm riding. Something that, passion of mine that I love to do. And if you want to follow me and you love motorcycles and love riding, you can find me at Paul at Magnificent Motorheads. My wife and I started a ministry recently called Magnificent Ministries, and she does She Ministries. I do the Magnificent Motorheads, she does She is Magnificent. Get it right, babe, right? And I do Magnificent Motorheads. And then we have the Magnificent Ministries where we do coaching, we do all kinds of things that kind of fall under that umbrella. So yeah, follow us there, and we're like I say, we're just getting started, and excited to see what God's going to do with all that. More to come later. I just wanted to share a thought with you tonight. As I'm out riding, a lot of times my mind is going faster than my motorcycle. Just thinking about, I'm taking in God's creation and the beauty and all that, and my mind just starts thinking about Him. And tonight I was thinking about the woman at the well, the Samaritan woman. And just how interesting that story is. It's one of my favorite stories. I know a lot of people get that confused with the woman that was caught in the act of adultery, but two different stories. Anyway, the woman at the well, Jesus kind of went an unconventional way to cut through Samaria. It was actually a much shorter way to go to where they were going, but most Jews did not go through Samaria because they just had a lot of opinions and a lot of bias, and there was a lot of history there. And so it was a little unconventional. And then he stopped at the well, and the disciples, went on to get food in town. He sent them on in town. Well, and then a woman came, which again was a little unconventional. That the time of day that she was coming, it was in the heat of the day, and it was unusual. It normally drew their water early on, but for some reason she'd come out later in the day. There's a lot of opinions and things on that, but regardless, she came out when Jesus was there, which is the important part. And Jesus was there, and I don't think it was an accident that he was there. So anyway, Jesus kind of started the conversation with her by, hey, I'm really thirsty. Could you please draw me some water? And she came back with, why would you want me to draw you water? You're a Jew, I'm a Samaritan. And that started a conversation, and that's what Jesus wanted. A lot of times Jesus does things, still does do things, to start a conversation, because that's what he wants. He wants to have a conversation with you because he wants to share some things with you, and mostly to share his love for you and to share, the abundance and the things that he has for you. So he'll do it any way he can. Got a lot of testimonies about that. But anyway, it kind of started this conversation, and Jesus told her about her past and about her present, the situations that she was in. Again, there's a lot of different thoughts and ideas and teachings about that. It really doesn't matter. It's the fact that Jesus knew her. He knew all about her, and that astonished her. Especially when he kind of got it started by saying, well, if you knew the water that I had to give, you would ask me for a drink, because the water that I have, you don't have to come here and draw up every day. It flows through you and out of you. You'll never be thirsty again, because that's what you're really looking for, right? You're really looking for that. So anyway, she was intrigued by that. Of course, that started the conversation, led to her going back into town and being amazed, telling everybody, I'd come see this guy. He knew everything about me. He's a prophet. And so, of course, a lot of the townspeople went out to see him, and many believed in Jesus that day. So the whole idea of that, what it says to me, is that Jesus is willing to do things maybe that a lot of people would be uncomfortable with. He's willing to, get outside of the box and willing to get outside of the norm. And that's kind of what my wife and I, we're kind of made for that. So, with the whole Magnificent Ministries, Magnificent Motorheads, a lot of people might say, what in the world does that have to do with Jesus? I just believe that Jesus can use it, and I'm going to run with it. So we'll see what happens, right? but he does use unconventional methods sometimes in order to get, the mission accomplished. And that whole town ended up believing in him, which is like amazing. It's wonderful. So what I want to really leave you with today is, you may, have a past that you're not proud of. You may have a future, a present that you're not proud of. But you know what? Jesus loves you, and he will use that. He already knows. We want to get all cleaned up and get everything, all perfect before, we go to him. But he just accepts us in our mess, knows all about it, and he still loves us, and he has this magnificent future plan for us. And it doesn't really go on and say a whole lot more about what happened after that, but if you read history, there's a lot of Samaritans that came into faith, and I have to believe that it all came through that. I'm sure that woman probably told everybody that she met from that point on about this man that she met that changed her life. And that's what we want to do, my wife and I want to do with Magnificent Ministries, is to glorify God and tell you, we both have pasts. We both aren't perfect right now, but God still uses us, and God has a wonderful future plan for us. And hopefully that is in reaching people for him, and to telling other people about what he's done for us, and he can do the same for you. So that's what I want to leave you with today. Jesus loves you. He knows all about it. He knows all the little secrets. He knows everything, and he still loves you and wants you to be a part of his kingdom. So just all you have to do is accept it. Say, Jesus, I'm a mess, and you know it, and I'm not going to try to argue with you, but can you help me clean up this mess? Can you make something out of this mess? Can you help me help other people that are in messes? And you know what his answer will be every time? Absolutely. I would love to. Let's do it. He's great, and I love him so much, and I hope you do too, and I hope if you don't yet that you will. Just accept him and ask him into your life and see what he does with it. You'll never be sorry. I guarantee it. So hey, you guys have a great week, and look us up on Magnificent Ministries. Look for me specifically, Paul at Magnificent Motorheads, and look forward to seeing you soon. God bless you. Love you guys.